For years, Iceland was a place that lived only in my imagination. A land of volcanoes, glaciers, and the legendary northern lights. The very thought of it conjured images of a mystical realm, untouched and wild, where nature's raw power was on full display. The name alone, Land of Fire and Ice, sparked my curiosity. It was a place where extremes coexisted, where fire met ice in a dramatic dance of elements. I pictured vast, empty landscapes and waterfalls crashing into misty canyons. The sheer scale and beauty of it all seemed almost otherworldly. The more I heard, the more I knew I had to see it for myself. Stories from other travelers painted a picture of a land that was both harsh and breathtakingly beautiful. My desire to visit Iceland grew into a quiet obsession. I found myself daydreaming about it constantly, imagining the adventures that awaited me. I spent hours scrolling through photos, reading stories of travelers who felt a deep connection to nature there. Each story, each image fueled my longing to experience it firsthand. I wanted to stand in those same spots to feel that raw, untamed energy. I yearned to breathe in the crisp, clean air and let the landscape's rugged beauty wash over me. Booking the trip felt monumental, a leap from dream to reality. It was a commitment to finally see the land that had captivated my imagination for so long. As I clicked confirm on my flight, excitement and nervousness washed over me. The realization that I was actually going to Iceland was both thrilling and a bit daunting. I packed my warmest layers, waterproof gear and camera, ready to capture the beauty I'd only seen online. Each item I packed felt like a step closer to my dream. Friends and family were captivated too. Everyone seemed drawn to Iceland's mystique. Their excitement mirrored my own, adding to the anticipation. My journey hadn't even started, but Iceland was already working its magic, promising an unforgettable adventure. The anticipation was almost as thrilling as the trip itself. The countdown to departure had begun. Each passing day brought me closer to the adventure of a lifetime. The flight to Iceland felt like a journey to another world, a transition from the familiar to the extraordinary. As the hours passed, anticipation built with every mile, and I found myself glued to the window, searching for my first glimpse of this legendary island. As the plane descended, I pressed my face to the window, awestruck by endless moss-covered lava fields below. The landscape was unlike anything I'd ever seen, vast, untouched, and almost otherworldly, stretching out in every direction, no trees, no cities, just raw, rugged terrain that looked like another planet. The ground was a patchwork of black rock and vibrant green, shaped by ancient volcanic forces. Stepping off the plane at Keflavik, the crisp, salty air hit me, a bracing welcome. It was colder than I expected, and the wind carried a hint of the sea, instantly waking me up after the long flight. The airport was modern, clean and efficient, but outside the wildness of Iceland was immediate. Even from the terminal I could see the untamed landscape waiting just beyond the glass. I picked up my rental car, my ticket to freedom. The keys felt like a passport to adventure, promising endless possibilities on the open road. Driving away, the road sliced through ancient lava, steam rising in the distance, a reminder of the island's geothermal heart. Every mile revealed new wonders, from bubbling vents to distant mountains shrouded in mist. The sky was a dramatic canvas of shifting clouds and golden light, constantly changing and painting the land in new colors. It felt as if the weather itself was alive, welcoming me to this wild place. I felt small, humbled, and exhilarated all at once. The sheer scale of the landscape made me realize how vast and powerful nature could be. That first night I lay awake replaying the day's images, lava fields, dramatic skies, the sense of adventure. My mind raced with excitement for what tomorrow might bring. Iceland had already exceeded my expectations. Every moment felt like a discovery, every view a postcard come to life. The country's quiet intensity was palpable. Even in stillness there was a sense of energy, a promise of stories waiting to unfold. My journey had truly begun, and I couldn't wait to see where the road would take me next. Iceland is defined by water, especially its waterfalls. My first stop was Seljalandsfoss, where I walked behind a roaring curtain of water, soaked and grinning. Next was Skogafoss, a massive wall of water crowned by a rainbow. Climbing to the top, I saw the land's scale and power from above. These weren't just pretty sights, they were living forces, shaping the island for millennia. Waterfalls are everywhere in Iceland, each one a unique masterpiece. I stopped for everyone that caught my eye, turning the journey into a treasure hunt. The constant roar of water was meditative, grounding me in the present. Standing before these wonders, worries melted away, replaced by awe. Chasing waterfalls became a journey of self-discovery and connection to the planet. Nature's power was humbling and unforgettable. No trip to Iceland is complete without driving the Golden Circle. This legendary route is a gateway to some of the planet's most breathtaking natural wonders, all within a day's journey. As I set out, the landscape unfolded before me. Endless mossy fields, distant volcanoes, and the promise of adventure at every turn. My first stop, Thingvellir National Park, a place where the Earth itself is in motion. Here, the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates slowly drift apart, creating dramatic rifts and canyons. It's also a site steeped in history where Iceland's first parliament gathered over 1,000 years ago, making it a crossroads of both geology and culture. Walking through Almannagjá Gorge, I felt the Earth's slow motion beneath my feet. The sheer cliffs on either side are a reminder of the immense forces shaping our world. Every step here is a step through time, surrounded by the echoes of ancient gatherings and the silent shifting of continents. Next, the Geysir geothermal area, where the ground breathes steam and bubbling pools hint at the fiery power below. The highlight is Strokur, a geyser that erupts every few minutes, shooting boiling water high into the air. The anticipation builds as the Earth rumbles, and then, suddenly, an explosion of water and steam. Every eruption drew cheers from the crowd, nature's show at its finest. It's a spectacle that never gets old, no matter how many times you witness it. The energy here is contagious, and you can't help but feel a sense of awe at the raw, unpredictable power of the Earth. The finale, Gullfoss, the Golden Falls, where a glacial river plunges in two thunderous tears. The sheer volume and force of the water is mesmerizing, and the golden mist that rises from the falls gives the place an almost magical quality. The mist and roar were overwhelming, the power of water on full display. Standing at the edge, you feel the spray on your face and the ground trembling beneath your feet, a reminder of nature's relentless energy. In a single day, I walked between continents, watched the Earth erupt, and witnessed raw energy unleashed. Each stop along the Golden Circle is a lesson in the planet's restless spirit, a reminder that we are guests on a living, breathing world. The Golden Circle is more than a tourist route. It's a crash course in geology and wonder. Every vista, every landmark tells a story millions of years in the making. It's a place where science and myth blend seamlessly, inviting you to look closer and marvel at the forces that shape our planet. Even with crowds, the experience is essential to understanding Iceland's wild heart. There's a sense of shared discovery, as people from around the world come together to witness these wonders, united by curiosity and awe. The land's untamed power is everywhere, shaping every moment. From the thundering waterfalls to the shifting Earth, Iceland's landscapes are a living testament to the planet's creative and destructive forces. It's a journey into the core of what makes Iceland extraordinary, a place where the Earth's story is written in stone, water, and fire. The Earth feels alive here, pulsing with energy and wonder, inviting you to explore and be amazed at every turn. Iceland's geothermal energy means hot springs are everywhere. My first soak was at the Blue Lagoon. Touristy, yes, but pure bliss after days of travel. Floating in milky blue water surrounded by black lava, I felt every muscle relax. But the real magic was in the smaller, local springs. At the secret lagoon, I floated under the stars, sharing quiet with locals and travelers alike. My favorite adventure was hiking to Reykjadalur, a geothermal river in a stunning valley. Sitting in a warm stream surrounded by untouched nature felt like a secret reward. Hot springs are woven into Icelandic culture, a place to relax, connect, and warm up against the cold. These moments of stillness were some of the most memorable of my trip. In Iceland, soaking in nature is a tradition, and a gift. Reykjavik is unlike any other capital, cozy, colorful, and buzzing with creativity. I wandered its walkable streets, discovering bookshops, design stores, and quirky cafes. The view from Hallgrímskirkja's tower revealed a patchwork of rooftops and sea. Food was an adventure, the famous Pilsner hot dog, hearty lamb soup, and the freshest seafood I've ever tasted. Even fermented shark, an acquired taste. What stood out most were the people, warm, welcoming, and always ready to share a story or a laugh. Conversations with locals gave me insight into life on this wild island. Reykjavik balances history and modern spirit, art and nature. It's a city where creativity thrives, and the wild is never far away. My time there completed the picture of Iceland, vibrant, friendly, and unforgettable. Seeing the northern lights was my ultimate Icelandic dream. Every night I checked the aurora forecast, hopes rising and falling with the weather. For days, clouds and poor predictions kept the sky dark. Finally, one night the forecast looked promising. I joined a small group tour, driving far from city lights into the frozen wilderness. We waited in the cold, eyes glued to the sky. Suddenly, a faint green arc appeared, growing brighter and spreading across the heavens. Curtains of light danced and swirled, silent but electric. I stood in awe, camera forgotten, overwhelmed by beauty. No photo could capture the feeling of standing beneath that celestial show. It was the highlight of my trip, a private performance by the universe. The northern lights are humbling, connecting you to something vast and mysterious. The wait and the cold were worth it for that unforgettable moment. Iceland delivered magic beyond my wildest dreams. Iceland isn't cheap. Everything from food to gas comes at a premium. I manage costs by staying in guest houses, cooking some meals, and focusing on free natural wonders. Careful budgeting is essential, but the experience is worth every penny. Iceland is incredibly safe, with low crime and friendly locales. The real challenges come from nature, unpredictable weather, and rugged terrain. Renting a car gave me freedom to explore at my own pace, stopping for every breathtaking view. Roads are well maintained, but always check conditions, especially in winter. For those who prefer, guided tours cover all the highlights. With planning and flexibility, you can have an amazing trip without breaking the bank. The memories and experiences are priceless. Was Iceland worth it? Absolutely. It's more than a destination, it's an experience that transforms you. The land strips away distractions, connecting you to nature's raw power. The challenges, weather, cost, crowds, fade in the face of Iceland's magnificence. Standing on a glacier, walking black sand beaches, soaking in hot springs, these moments are priceless. My journey was deeply personal, pushing me out of my comfort zone and rewarding me with awe. Iceland reminded me of the importance of preserving our planet and savoring authentic experiences. I left humbled, refreshed, and inspired, with memories I'll cherish forever. If you crave adventure and are moved by nature, Iceland is a must. Don't let the price deter you. Start planning and make it happen. The land of fire and ice will captivate you. Go find your own magic there. It's a dream worth making real.